Greetings everyone. Thanks for joining me in yet another one of my video reviews covering CCTV products. This time we've got one from one of my favorite manufacturers, iegeek. And it's a pre-release, or it's an early release I should say, of their new solar-powered floodlight camera. And I can't wait to give this one a try out and see how it works. I really like iegeek products, so this should be no different. And let's go ahead and do some unboxing, and later on we'll do some testing and figure out how much we like it. All right, let's open up the box and see what we get. I'll be honest with you, I did cheat a little bit. I had this open last night because I wanted to charge the battery ahead of time on the camera. It's always a good idea to have that fully charged when you first do the initial setup. So in any case, we get this little sticker. I guess you can put it on your window if you'd like to. The solar panel itself, along with I think this is like a 9-foot cord, but in my past use of these, the cord's been plenty long enough for me to put it pretty much anywhere I wanted to place it. In here, I assume this is the setup manual. Yeah, quick start guide and a couple other things. And they've got a warranty card here. And iegeek is known for their packaging. I don't think I have ever received one of their products in bad condition, and you can see why. I mean, covering here was a nice foam cushioning. The camera itself is tightly fit in foam cushion. Even the miscellaneous items are packed tightly. So that's always a good thing. It's a good time, good way to start out your life with your new camera. It's a very unique camera. I've actually been anxiously awaiting this. The reason being is because of the way the here, let's get some of this protective coating off of this. As I said, they do a good job of protecting the product. This lighting, this floodlight, is very unique in that it's got like a honeycomb appearance inside that helps to evenly distribute the light. So rather than having a spotlight effect, you're getting a full floodlight effect. And obviously here's your camera, and this uses a PIR motion sensor. It's not using digital motion sensing, and the main reason that's a nice feature is because when you use digital motion sensing, that's basically looking at the image all the time, and if any pixels move, it sends a motion alert. And that's great during the day, but at nighttime, if you have any light source, IR or white light or whatever, bugs are going to be attracted to it like crazy, and those bugs are going to make the pixels move, which will in turn set off a false alarm. That is not the case with this. This has a passive infrared motion sensor. It's looking for body heat on fairly large objects. Small animals shouldn't trip it, but a human body should most definitely trip that, and which would send an alert to your phone telling you that it's detected motion, and it'll also send you a clip of that video. And in my case, I always put SD cards in here. Some people depend on the cloud for recording, but personally I'm kind of the opposite. I always stick an SD card in there, and in fact, let's do that right now. I know I've got one around here somewhere. There we go. these will take up to 128 gig card. If it's not a full-time recorder, a 32 gig, or in this case I think I'm using a 64, is more than sufficient because it's only recording events. If it was recording all the time, then I'd go the full 128. So let's put this in here. Oop, wrong way. And here's also, you do your charging, your pre-charging in here, and you have an on-off switch and a reset switch in here. For that reason, I'm going to leave this open for the time being because we're going to need to get at it when we're setting it up. Here's your speaker. You have two-way audio. The microphone, I believe that's the microphone up there. So you can have a two-way audio conversation with the person outside. It's got twin antennas, twin high gain antennas, so you should get a real good Wi-Fi signal out of it. And with that said, here's your mount connection for mounting it to the wall. And I think now what we're going to do is we are going to go into setting this up on the app. All right, we're going to go into the iegeek Cam app. This is a new one for me. In the past, when I've done iegeek products, I've always used Cloud Edge, and I did like the Cloud Edge app. But now they want you to use the iegeek app. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go into this plus up here, and that should start us out. We're going to go with the floodlight camera, Wi-Fi, and we'll hit
please power on the device.
Now it's going to start talking to us. You may or may not hear it in the background here. It wants us to power up the device, so that's what we'll do. We'll go into here, and let's see, which one is power? This is power, so we're going to push and hold that until we hear something here. There we go. The red light came on. So we powered it up. Now hit next. In order to obtain the current connected Wi-Fi information, you need to give position permission. Say that fast 10 times. So we will do that while using the app.
Please reset the device by holding the reset button
the
for 5
device.
seconds. Wait for
So
the
again, we're going to go in here,
flash red,
and we're going to push the reset button and hold it here. There, that heard me. Okay, now we're going to hit next.
Select the Wi-Fi network
And
you want to
I am
sync
pulling
with.
out of the way
Please
here
choose a 2.4G
temporarily. And I'll be right back with you. I really don't want you to see my passwords here, so hold on.
Please remove the protective film from your camera lens. Tap
Okay,
next to
I'm
show
back.
your
Now,
QR code.
what it wants to
Then
do
hold
is
the code in front of the camera
it
lens
wants
at a distance
to
of 5 to
look
8
at the
inches.
QR code. I'm going to hit next on here. That'll bring up the QR code, and we're going to let the camera see it. That picked it up quick. All right. That's a good sign. Okay, now let's hit next.
Please
and
wait.
It is scanning for it, and look how quick it found it. I'm clear across the house from the router too, so that's good news. Let's click on that.
Phone at the place of camera
and now it wants us to
Press
place
next to
this in the position
diagnostic.
outside where it's going to be stationed. But I'm not ready to do that yet. I'm going to cheat just a bit. Let's just hit next here and see what happens. Okay, it's telling me the signal is normal. No, it's a little low, but again, I'm across the house, and you can see me there. So we are going to go and put this outside, and we'll do some testing on it, and we'll get back to you. Okay, as you can see, I've already got the solar panel mounted, and before I go too far, I want to point out that I am under an eave here. This is not an ideal location for it, and the only reason I'm doing it is because this is just a temporary test stand. But if you're ever going to do it under an eave like this, make darn sure you're looking to the south so you can get as much sound or as much sun as you possibly can. So let's go ahead and mount this. I didn't state it before, but this housing is very sturdy. It's not a weak plastic. There's no give in it at all. And in case you're looking over my head at our soffits up there, you'll notice some are missing. That's just because about a week ago we had a direct hit from Hurricane Ian, Category 4 hurricane, that our personal property here had some damage, but not much, not compared to our neighbors, and our community was just devastated by it. So we came out pretty good. If I didn't, I wouldn't be doing this right now. So anyway, let's adjust this a little bit to our liking. I would say that looks pretty good. Looking down our driveway, and well, apparently I didn't tighten it enough. Tighten it some more there. Put up the antennas, the high gain antennas. Now we've got to get down underneath here. There's a little plug right here that comes out. That is made so you can put your that plug from the solar panel in here and still maintain a watertight fitting. So let's get this up there. And that should do it. We're going to go inside, and we'll show you the test results in a couple of days. See you soon. All right, we're inside now. It's been a few days, and we're going to review some of these videos that we've taken. And here, this is a live image out on our driveway. And for those of you that don't know, you can zoom in on pretty much anything out here just by pinching and pinching out, kind of like you would on your cell phone camera. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in and look at some of the history on this. There we go. That's at night. That's actually with the white light on. And there you see a little bit of the video before the white light came on, and you notice some of that glare that was coming from the IR emitters. But when white light comes on, that goes away. And I must say, this is some of the best nighttime footage I've seen out of a day-night camera. Normally, the image is really washed out with the white light, but in this case, it's not too bad. Okay, you can see me moving around in the background there. That's how good the motion detection was at that time. And here I come again. I'm going to walk by, and not until I'm right there does it get washed out. In this area, it's perfectly clear. Has some great colors and great definition of the face for identification purposes. Here I go again, and now look at me there. That could definitely be used for ID purposes. Most of the time, night images struggle for identification. Okay, there I am again. Okay, what we're going to do now is I am going to go into some daytime images. In the history graph here, you can see where activity took place. And we are going to go into setup for this device. So we go into settings. And device information. Right now the name is the serial number here. So we can go into that and change that name. So let's change it to oh, we'll do front. F-R-O-N-T. And hit save. Okay, now the name of the device is going to be front on anything you look at, and when you get events. This gives you some information on the signal quality, the MAC address, time zone, different things like that. Here we can turn on and off the alert notifications. I'll turn it back on there. If I had it off, that means it'll still take the video, but it's not going to send my phone alerts. But I do have that on, so I'll get an alert with a thumbnail image. And if I go into that, I can see a short video. I believe they're about 12 seconds. And device share, you can go into that to share settings or share the device itself with your friends or family. Network indicator, that gives you indication on what your network settings are and things like that. Time settings, basically 12-hour clock or 24-hour clock. Image settings. If this camera was upside down, and I don't know why you do that, you can turn that on and it will correct it. It'll flip the image for recording purposes. Some cameras you might want to hang from under your eave, but with this particular one, I don't think you would do that. Sound settings, the microphone is on, record voice, speaker, and this, you can set your speaker volume right here. Light settings, right now it's on 100%. If it's too bright, if you do see that it's appearing to maybe wash out a face when it's close to the camera, you can turn that brightness down, and that should help correct that. Light schedule, you can have that light come on when you want just by setting the schedule for it. It doesn't have to see an event and record. I guess that's the same thing right here. Custom, it's set for 10 seconds, so when it sees the event, it's going to, light will turn off after 10 seconds of not seeing anything. Okay, alarm management. Detection sensitivity is at 8 right now, and you saw how good that motion sensing was on that video. I was pretty far out there when it detected me, but I can increase the sensitivity or I can decrease it here. Alarm working mode. This gives you 3 options. I took the custom because that lets me set some of the settings manually. If I do performance mode, it's going to be recording all the time while you're out there. So if you have a bunch of motion out there, it's going to always be recording that. It's going to be burning up your battery life. And here you set the power saving modes, and the recording is only going to be in 10-second increments to help save battery life. Alarm plan. You can set it to detect motion or not detect it at certain periods of the day. What I'm looking for here is, let's see, where is that? It's not in there. I'm actually looking for, oh, there we go, recording management. This shows you the SD card that I've got in there. I have a 64 gig card in there. Shows the remaining memory. I can also format the card from here. And we're in event recording. This is not recording all the time. It's just going to record when it sees motion. And you have the option here. You can go into cloud storage services and purchase a service plan for cloud storage where the recordings go up into the cloud. That way, if somebody steals your camera or it gets damaged, it'll still be up there in the cloud for a while. I personally don't use cloud storage. I depend on the SD card, but there's a lot of people out there that swear by it. So you may want to check into that. I believe, come on. This particular camera I've got here, this is an early release version. And what that means is they're still working a little bit on some of the firmware. And that's good because as soon as they update any firmware, they're going to upgrade your camera automatically over the air. And you probably won't even know it's happening, but occasionally you can go into your settings and check for software updates. But I do know they're working on improving the artificial intelligence on it. And that's due to be released here in just a month or so, I believe. So things are going to get even better than they are now. And right now, this is one of the better cameras I've seen on the market. It actually is the best floodlight camera I've seen on the market right now. But with the improved artificial intelligence, it's going to help with false alarm reduction because it's going to be able to tell a difference between humanoid and maybe a car. It'll know if it's a person walking out there and record that, but avoid some of the other things that you don't want to record. In any case, that's about it for this camera. I would give it high marks, and I have been doing these reviews for quite a while. And as I said, this is probably the best floodlight camera that I've come across, especially at night. It's hands down got better image quality at night with the white light on than anything else. Normally in the past, images usually get washed out, both in the IR mode and white light mode. But this one, great improvement. My congratulations to iegeek and their engineers. So that's about it for now. I hope you continue to watch out for my reviews. I do specialize in the CCTV industry since that's what I was in for 20 years. So you have a nice day now, and we'll talk to you again in the future.